This is a magical moment. The Pope has arrived right over my right shoulder. There he is. We have breaking news right now on News 12. President Obama holding his annual end-of-the-year press conference from the White House. Let me introduce to you Jody Eckbert of the Empire State Snow Dog Club. The jury came back, 8 women, 4 men, came back guilty on all 8 counts. The doors have now opened back up. The Pope is still inside. Joining me now to share his thoughts on the presidential race, Long Island Congressman Peter King. However, the owner does not lose ownership until the end of the foreclosure action where there's a title transfer. You're absolutely right, Janine and Scott. And it's not just a piece of the Cardinals. The Cardinals trying to get a piece of the Pope. You see a lot of people in there trying to get selfies with him right now. He just wrapped up the evening vespers, the evening prayers. He delivered the homily. He did it in his native Spanish. And when you hear the Pope talk, what's remarkable about him is that he speaks with such a soft, gentle voice, but his words are always meant to resonate, to challenge his followers. And his real challenge now is for the church to become more tolerant and inclusive. He does not shy away from hot-button topics. He's talked recently about abortion, about divorce, about homosexuality, even climate change, and he's spoken about some of those topics while he's been here in the United States. Tonight's Vespers were more about forgiveness and love and peace. Tony Centino, running for the supervisor job, actually Kate Murray's seat right now, could actually bring out Republicans and people that vote party line. That might actually help Kate Murray.
Could actually be reverse coattails.
Reverse coattails.
Yeah, because look, the Republican Party really cares turnout numbers.
Is there anything that we can see from that particular race where you have the incumbent who had then and ultimately had to go on a minority party line, ended up pulling out a win with the legislative races right now? Because I mean, they're really one seat away from a supermajority in the Democratic side.
This is Thor.
Very good.
Thor and Czar.
Yep, the Czar of Russia.
See, I do my homework. I try to do my homework. So let's talk about the Empire State Snow Dog Club. How did it start? Tell us about the club.
It was actually...
So part of this club is a lot of fun. I mean, these are snow dogs and they're dog sledding, but there's also a dog therapy involved.
All right, we do.
This is a compartment where you are. Were there any injuries, any passengers that you saw that were injured because of this?
No, it doesn't look like there are any injuries.
Now you're stuck on the train right now. Are they not allowing people to get off?
No. They said we can't get off. We're between stations.
What's the mood? Give us an idea of how everyone's dealing with the situation right now.
Pretty much, they're starting now.
We're looking at some video right here. There's a white tractor trailer truck, and it's been backed away from the track. Can you see that from where you are inside the train? Let me get your thoughts first on the comments from Dr. Carson and the clarification. What do you make of that?
Well, I'm glad.
Article 6 clearly says in the Constitution that there is no religious test. Should Dr. Carson apologize to the Muslim community for making those comments, or is the clarification okay?
I think the clarification.
Okay, so he seems to be talking about Donald Trump, who is the clear front runner right now. Is that what the GOP should be looking for right now as an alternative to Donald Trump, or is it okay that Donald Trump's a front runner?
Yeah, it's okay. Listen,
but there has been some back and forth between Donald Trump and different candidates.
Oh, yeah.
Does that hurt the GOP? Does it hurt the brand of the GOP right now, or is this just the way the primary process works itself out?
Well, it depends on how we play.
He has said things that are pretty blunt when he talks about Carly Fiorina's looks, when he talks about Megyn Kelly for the Fox anchor, and he uses words like bimbo or forged tweets like that. Or when he talks about immigration and he brings Jeb Bush's wife into the mix. Is that presidential, or is that something that we need to move away from? All right, welcome back to News 12 Long Island. This is a magical moment. The Pope has arrived right over my right shoulder. There he is. Behind him, Governor Cuomo, Cardinal Dolan, the mayor of New York City, Mayor de Blasio, Senator Chuck Schumer. He's just arrived here in Fifth Avenue. The crowd has gone wild. We've heard him for blocks down here. You can see the Pope is now speaking to some of the dignitaries. The doors are open, the faithful waiting. This has been a magnetic moment for hours here on Fifth Avenue. The Pope has arrived here. He was dropped off about 3 blocks away, where he moved from his private motorcade into the Pope Mobile and has now made his way down Fifth Avenue. If you see along the sides of him, a very heavy presence of Secret Service and New York City Police Department. They've been coming down the street moments and minutes before he came here. But now this is the moment the faithful has been waiting for. Right over my right shoulder, Pope Francis. You've been watching the live press conference, an update on the investigation into the mass shooting in California. We are on just a couple of days into that investigation. Big takeaway again, As of today, based upon the information that law enforcement has, they are treating this investigation as an act of terror. They are not assigning any type of specific terror group to the investigation, but they are considering this an act of terror at this point.